We're at NowThis, and we are here with Joe Keery,
Hello.
star of Stranger Things, the Steve Harrington, coolest guy in town, coolest guy in school. We're so excited to have you here, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
If you guys are noticing our unconventional setup, keeping it in theme with Stranger Things, we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and loosely playing, I mean. Our Dungeon Master, Andrew, over here, is going to be interjecting and telling us the rules, because we have no idea what's going on.
I don't
Have you ever played Dungeons?
I have never played Dungeons and Dragons.
I haven't either. If the game is as complex as these like little figurines, we're in for a wild
these guys,
ride, you
these
guys.
little bad guys. Let me give a close up on this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I am this guy, correct?
Yes.
And who is he?
Yeah.
He is Perrin of the Winona Forest.
You hear that, Winona? Hey, girl. And who are you?
I'm Gregor.
Yeah.
Gregor Swiftsword, and I've got a big badass sword. So hell yeah.
Right
Swift.
on.
Yeah.
So, you guys, we are going to be talking about Stranger Things, about Joe's career, his life, whatever. And we are taking all of your comments down below, so please leave them, and somebody in our studio will read them out. We do love your interaction. Joe, is this your first Facebook Live?
Yeah. I've never done this.
Yeah, so be nice, you guys. Be kind. Leave some awesome questions. But let's just get started with my questions.
Let's do it. What do you got?
I'm like gonna come out with the hard hitters.
Okay,
so, the Palestine conflict. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Stranger Things. It's been a whirlwind. It's barely been out for a month, right?
About a month. Yeah, I think just over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's this ride kind of been like?
It's been crazy. It's been, the weirdest part is that I haven't been, doing like anything really different from when it came out to when, from before. So yeah, it's been wild. Mostly just people like recognizing you. That's been probably the weirdest part. But it's mostly people who just like the show and want to say that they're fans. So that's really cool.
Does anyone like try to like throw you in a dumpster to like get you revenge for being Steve?
No, thankfully not. No, that would be bad. No, it's all been very nice. The worst thing that's happened is someone like, bought me a beer, and that's a great thing. So no, that's fine.
Buy him a beer, you guys. You heard it. That's the quickest way into anyone's heart, I think. A beer never hurts. So let's kind of like get the dungeons rolling. What do we?
Cool.
What do we do?
Okay, so as Hunter said, we're playing a very abbreviated version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Very abbreviated.
And basically what we're just going to do is we're just going to take a couple of loose turns. Nothing really crazy, no real backstory, just a couple of dudes in the grasslands, slaying some goblins, having a good time.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
right
on.
Okay,
So-
all right.
Hunter's character and Joe's character will be moving through this grasslands that we've got set up, and monsters are going to show up, and they're going to...
So we're on a team. We're like the party. as
You
they
are
would
the
say.
party.
We're the party.
And-
I've been called the party before.
And the backstory here is that you guys grew up in a town where your chief export is wool. All of a
Okay.
sudden, all the shepherds...
I can relate.
I-
Sure.
Wait, when did we roll the dice? This is way complex.
I'm just giving you some backstory.
So-
All of a sudden, the shepherds start reporting that a lot of their sheep has gone missing.
Okay.
At the time, the biggest shepherd in the town is realizing that he saw a footprint that could not belong to a human being.
Cool.
So he sends you two out to the grasslands near the town to
check it out.
investigate
All right.
what
We're
might be
solving the-
taking the sheep from the farms.
Okay,
We gotta
let's
save them
find this
sheep.
bad
So you gotta
guy.
save the
we-
sheep.
the
You
wall,
gotta
we
figure
did the
out where
wall.
the sheep are at.
All right.
So basically, right now, you two have arrived at the grasslands, and you are just investigating. So basically, as a turn goes,
Uh-huh.
you guys can do whatever you want. You can move once, you can
Okay.
attack once,
Okay.
and then you can just tell me in between that what you guys want to do. Considering there's
Cool.
nothing out at the moment, it's all up to.
Would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say. Please, absolutely.
Okay, so
Do we roll?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, what would you like to do?
I will move.
Okay, so just move
Seems
it.
like a
Just
good
move your
idea.
piece ahead. No, like 5 squares. Like you can go, very far.
Okay.
And now roll this for me, because what you're gonna do now is check whether or not you sense anything. You rolled an 18, and you do, because
That's pretty high.
as you approach, you see 5 goblins run out of this thing conveniently named the Crossroads. And they all are up in arms, pulling out their weapons, and now they have decided that they want to attack you. So there are 5 goblins, and right now,
the axe.
Yeah.
Let's take them down. Let's get
so
these
it's up to you,
down,
Hunter.
guys.
Let's take a little pause for the
Yes.
suspense, you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
The
okay,
suspense
sure.
of it all.
Miniature
How
cliffhanger.
are we? Because that also stays in theme with Stranger Things.
Absolutely.
Goblins,
The
or-
first, well, Maybe. Maybe. So we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. If you guys are just tuning in, we have Joe Keery, Steve from Stranger Things. We're taking all your questions. My next question, the reaction to your hair. We
Yeah.
a lot of people in the studio. It was all a buzz.
A lot
How's
of
his
people
hair
were-
so tall?
Sure.
What does he do?
Sure.
Were you born this way?
I was born this way, you know? I can't help myself, you know?
I don't believe it. You literally just get out of the shower and it's just coiffed and
For my whole life, people have never quite believed me, but that's kind of the deal. My mom has very
Yeah.
thick hair.
Uh-huh.
My dad has a lot of cowlicks.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of got like the perfect storm
The perfect
scalp sort of thing,
Yeah.
where it just kind of is a little nuts. I didn't really grow my hair longer until I was like in high school, and then I realized that I have like a kind of big head of hair because I just had short hair for a long
Yeah.
time. But yeah, I just roll out of bed.
So hair and makeup on Stranger Things.
Sure. I mean, that's a different story. Like, so,
Because you had some tall hair.
oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. It would be like show up about an hour before, and they take you in, and they would basically what they do. They'd like blow dry the whole thing out. Make sure it was like really dry and
Yeah.
shampooey, and then they'd like had this like roller blow dryer and like roll the whole
Yeah.
thing out and back, and then it was like a ton of hairspray and some like salt water stuff. And some like they'd get like the little piece that goes like right in front of your head and
Yeah.
stuff. But it took them a second to do it because in the first episode, if you kind of notice, it's a little bit more of like a shell, like a hair shell sort of thing, like
What
a
is a
Lego
hair shell?
haircut that I could like put
You
on.
came out of your
what
shell
I mean?
as the show progressed.
I came out as my shell, so we kind of discovered that it was kind of good for the character to have this sort of ridiculous hairdo. I can't imagine doing that myself every morning. Steve must have gotten up at like 5 in the morning before school to do his hair.
I love it. And speaking of the first episode, we were just talking about before this. Your first scene, your intro is like full on hot and heavy 80s high school drama.
Yeah.
You and Nancy.
Me and Nance.
Had you guys met before that?
We went up for a read. We read the first 6 scripts the 30th of September, or like early October last year, and we had met each other at the reading and like hung out one time. But then pretty much we like showed up on set and filmed that scene where we're like in the bedroom and I'm like reading those cards to her.
Yeah.
And we like filmed the scene. So I didn't really know her, but Natalia's like the best. She's just like a great actress, but she's a really great person too. So it wasn't too bad. It was like just dive right in sort of feeling to the whole first scene. It was cool. It was really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So is it like a lot of takes? I know as an outsider, the whole like make out thing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems really logistical. Are you guys are you improving? Is it like Nancy, we need you at like a 125-degree angle?
Kind of sometimes. I don't know. It's
I
like
want to
dance.
know
It's
the
like doing a
blocking.
dance.
I want to know
The blocking, the placement, everything.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, there's
the note cards. Where did the note cards go?
I don't know. I think they're in the bed. There's some like logistical stuff definitely
Yeah.
to figure out. Like when we're going, like if we're like pushing back onto the bed, like what's the angle that you should be at, and like where's the camera going to be at to capture both of you, but I don't know. It's definitely kind of weird for sure, and not like the most romantic thing, like kissing somebody and then looking up and seeing Clyde right there, like hanging out by the camera, watching the whole thing go down. Like the room's packed, so that's kind
And they're
of.
also like, everyone keep it down. We have to hear Toto playing.
We have to hear exactly.
We have to hear Africa.
And I made sure that was playing live on set. You know what I mean? The actual Toto guys were there. They were
So,
great.
Joe,
to
you're
do
a
it.
method actor.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. You'll have to
I
have
guess
your
that makes
80s.
me- Oh yeah.
rock
I
that.
gotta have my, and then the Foreigner as well. For
Foreigner.
episode 3, gotta have Foreigner as well.
We were talking about that. We talk about Stranger Things a lot in our studio. I'm sure you guys do as well. If you are any of our viewers from Stranger Thursdays, our recap show.
Oh, what? You guys are a recap show?
Oh, hell yeah, we
Oh
do.
my God.
Hell yeah, we do.
Cool.
Leave us your comments down below, guys. Seriously, we are so eager to see what you have to ask Joe. Any commentary on Stranger Things? Questions about season 2? We're gonna get there.
Sure.
Was the guy playing the Demogorgon a nice guy?
Great dude. Absolutely. This guy Mark. Oh yeah, that's a whole other story. So when we were shooting episode 8, it was like it was a long, really long day. 12, 13 hours or something like that, and it's hot and this guy, Mark, he's in this big suit. So it's like a big rubber suit with this really constricting face that just squeezed his face. And he's like drinking water out of this long straw. And there's like a fan and he's sweating and hot and covered in goo in this big rubber suit. And he's like, you know, we're going through the thing. And I have to take this bat and just, you know, for 2 hours just be smacking him.
2 hours.
Like hitting him like pretty hard, and I'm, you know, trying to not hit him too hard, but you gotta sell it a little bit, right? You know what I mean?
You have to sell it. You're a method actor. After all.
Yeah. Oh yes. Right. Of course. But that was fun. I felt bad definitely about hitting him. I was like, Mark, dude, I am so sorry. Please, don't hate me.
So I do also want to let everyone watching know we are going to be talking about spoilers. You've been warned. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, bye.
Adios.
But
see you later.
Mia, don't leave.
Oh, Mia hasn't finished. So we recap a
no.
lot. I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm very pro binge.
Mm-hmm.
Mia is not. She wants to go through it week by week, kind of digest, look for something to look forward to.
Sure.
What's your stance? Are you pro binge?
I think that's like the best part about Netflix is that you can kind of decide what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, I guess it's like a show-to-show thing. When I didn't see House of Cards when it first came out, but then I watched like 3 seasons or 2 seasons in, you know, a couple days or something.
Mm-hmm.
But for Stranger Things, I watched it like probably over like a week-long period, so I was, you know, kind of planned out.
Yeah, it's like choose your own adventure.
It's like,
speaking
let's do it.
of adventures.
Sure. That was a
Nice.
great segue. Oh my God. Did you plan that?
I mean,
Okay.
Barbara Walters, watch your back. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm coming for your gig. Let's pick. So I rolled. I don't know. We have goblins.
Yes.
If you're just
Goblins appeared because you walked forward enough to alert them of your presence.
Okay.
We're trying to get these sheep.
So they've popped out, they've readied their weapons, but you still have the upper hand. So I'd like you to roll this dice and
Me?
see if you can swing your warhammer and hit one of them.
Well, I hope.
Good luck.
I have fans watching this.
Oh, is it 13?
What is it?
No.
It's actually a 7, just
Dude,
like
that's
in the show. Which is
Oh.
great. Yeah,
That's
unfortunately,
weird.
you swing your
That's
warhammer,
weird
and
shit.
you know we're all on brand here. That's what this is about. You swing your warhammer and miss a goblin. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Hunter, you have
How?
one job. There's 5 of them.
Demoralizing.
As you
Okay.
miss,
Can we take a
the
quick break?
goblins surround you,
Oh crap.
and then it's Joe's turn. Whatever he's doing.
So can
Am I
I
dead?
come and help him out?
Yeah, you can move without having to roll any die.
Let's ride. Let's
All right,
do it.
and now your character can actually attack twice.
I can.
Yeah, it's just one
I
of
have
his
2
abilities.
attacks. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so you can
Wow.
throw a javelin or you can just swing your sword twice.
I'm gonna swing my sword twice because there's 5 of these bad boys,
All right,
so I gotta
cool.
get rid of them.
So roll
You gotta help
twice.
me. Who's
Come
gonna
on,
do the
let's
interview?
Do it. Let's
Nice.
do it.
Ooh, 13. That's a hit.
13.
One
That's
more
it?
time. That's one hit.
So
yep.
one of these bad boys is.
Uh-huh.
See you later.
Hey.
Go back to the crossroads.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
These 2 guys.
Grigor
adios.
takes his sword and just takes the
Wallops
heads off
him.
of 2 goblins. The other 3 goblins are now horrified.
Oh, good.
And I'm gonna throw it back
I
to
think
you.
Joe is here.
All right.
Stand back.
Looking out for
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to our studio. Looks like you got my gig now.
So I'll throw it back to you.
Okay. Wait, I'm rolling?
No, back to the interview.
Okay, back to the interview. Sorry, now I'm like in this.
Cliffhangers, guys.
You guys
Yeah.
out of shot right now. We have a fan. I get very competitive. I'm like gonna start sweating soon. So, wow, Dungeons and Dragons. So, you said it was. I'm like so into this now. This was such a bad idea.
I know, me too. I'm
So,
like wondering what these guys are gonna do.
funny thing,
Mhm.
you guys filmed in Georgia.
Yeah.
I myself am a Georgia peach. I'm
Cool.
from Georgia, not Atlanta. I'm from like way down south. But you guys also filmed in like Jackson, right?
Yeah. We're kind of all over the
you
place.
can more.
I think
Where
so.
was it hot? It's very hot in
It
Georgia.
wasn't too bad because we started in October and finished in March.
Okay.
So it was like
okay,
over the
that's,
winter
like,
time.
good.
It was good. It wasn't too bad. It was cold sometimes, but I'm from Chicago, so it was like not
nothing
bad
good.
at all.
Do you miss anything about Georgia?
Yeah, I mean it's a good place to live. It was weird because I was living in a hotel, like
That's so
downtown.
nice.
It was crazy to like live in a hotel. I felt like a traveling salesman or something like that.
Are you like fully subpoenaed? Like, can you communicate with people outside this world? Like, you know, when you're filming?
Oh.
Because is it so under wraps?
Well, it wasn't like crazy under wraps because no one knew what it was when we were doing it this past time.
That's true.
I would tell people, oh yeah, Stranger Things, And the name also, before it came out, the name is kind of like just 2 words, like Stranger Thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
People would kind of forget it pretty quickly. But I'm guessing that now it might be like a little bit, you know,
That's what
a
I'm
little
thinking.
bit more under wraps. If
Which is bringing us to the most important question.
season 2, right?
What's going on in season 2?
I actually, surprisingly enough, don't know.
It's a lie.
I'm not
And that's
getting,
okay. We know you have to lie.
I'm checking my phone, waiting for these brothers, the Duffer Brothers. Come on, boys, give me a call. What's the deal?
Give us a call.
Give this guy a call right here.
I'm from Georgia. I'd love to be an extra.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find out soon. I know that there have been like rumors about season 2 and blah blah blah. I mean, I'm thinking that there will be, but I don't really know any of the details, which is what I imagine everybody's interested in.
They're definitely Caliber. You're like our film TV
Not
buff.
officially been, according to my internet
Right,
sources.
that's
it's
the
not
thing. It's
officially
not
been renewed, but,
officially.
Like, yeah,
Right.
but from everything I can tell, you guys are like the biggest thing on Netflix, even though they don't release their statistics.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It caught on like wildfire.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
How much do you like Barb?
Oh, I love Barb.
Yeah.
Justice for Barb.
Justice for Barb? You want?
Justice for Barb!
What if
Barb,
the
man.
Justice for Barb in season 2 is your own death? Do you still have Justice for Barb?
Listen, Barb didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? She just got
She got
the
short end of
the short end of the
She
stick.
did plenty
you know?
of things.
No.
She was the
Please.
loser that went to the cool kids.
Please,
party.
Calbro,
Bad
can we?
things are gonna happen.
You know?
You-
I don't know. I think it'll be.
No.
I think we'll hopefully. I don't know. I read this article where the brothers were like, "Oh yeah, there'll be some sort of thing." I'm hoping that
We
there's
are
some
fully
sort of
getting-
closure or something. I don't know.
We're getting Justice for Barb.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna get
wheels are
Justice for
turning
Barb.
on the internet. Barb resonated.
She resonated. I
Everyone.
mean, Shanna, she's so great. The actress that played her, she's like, and I mean, I talked to her in a little bit, but she, when we were starting, she just worked at like a movie theater in outside of Atlanta, north, like Roswell. I think?
Roswell. Oh yeah, Georgia facts.
And I think she had to like not work at a movie theater anymore because people were probably like,
Barb.
"Oh, shit, it's Barb.
Yeah,
like,
it's
we're-
Barb.
I'm about to go to this movie." Like totally psyched about that. You know?
Okay, Luke Silman wants to know, what was your favorite part in filming the entire series?
Oh man, it was like the best job I could have ever asked for. So probably just meeting the people and having everybody be as collaborative as they were, and so cool to be around. It was a really like low stress set
Really?
and stuff. Oh, very much so. It was like really easygoing, and even for the kind of more intense stuff, everybody had like really level head the majority of the shoot, and like nobody really got in any fights or anything. I feel really spoiled that this was like the first on-set experience almost that I had. So, probably that, and meeting all the people, Luke. Meeting all the people, Luke. That was it. Yeah.
Other question. So like, like you're a musician and like you like music and stuff like that, and like Jonathan's character is historically the kid that like likes the Clash and all
Totally,
the
yeah, the
cool
kind of
music in the 80s. Did you
the cool
guys
music.
like offset relate on music, and like what do you guys listen to together? or
Totally.
talk about?
Oh, Charlie introduced me to a lot of great bands. He got me really onto Foxygen. He was like, when we were shooting down there, that was like his go-to. And he plays drums. He like toured Japan in a band.
What?
He played drums. Yeah. So he's like a big time musician, great drummer, and like we would hang out and play music, and he plays a little guitar too. So we just,
Where's our viral video? Not just for me. You're missing out on this.
I'm missing out.
There's
on
like an
this.
Instagram,
Yeah.
right, of you guys like vibing.
I took a photo like
Yeah.
last January of
Forever
him
ago.
like just playing
You guys
guitar, and
just
now people
vibing.
have like taken the photo from my social media or Instagram and like. But yeah, I mean Charlie, he's got great taste in music. If you're listening, Charlie, you got a great taste in music.
Oh, wait,
He's listening.
Oh,
I
his
miss you.
listener. His
Miss you,
listener.
Charlie.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, is it time?
Yeah, let's go.
Is it time to
What-
jump
what-
back
Okay,
in?
yeah.
Next, yeah.
So, for those who just joined us,
So do they get a move or?
oh yeah,
they're
the
back?
goblins are about to move.
Okay, let's
yeah.
do it. What do
So
they
what
do?
happened was Hunter tried, swung and a miss on one of the
Uh-huh.
goblins.
Typical.
Joe came through
Typical
clean.
me.
Sorry.
Beheaded 2 goblins in one go.
Ooh.
So the heads are still rolling away as
Wow.
the goblins
Still.
have now still rolling as the goblins have now become enraged. They're mad. You killed their buddies.
Yeah.
So they're drawing out their
That's
weapons.
understandable.
Sure.
They're drawing out their weapons, and now I'm gonna see how much damage.
What's going on back there, by the way?
Oh, it's
What are you doing?
So the DM conceals all rolls just so that I guess it keeps it like the computer in a video game.
Oh, okay.
It keeps it randomized.
Cool.
And so if you see everything that I do, there's a chance that like something might go south that I try to prevent. Yada yada yada.
Actually,
So
just a bunch of
there's
like
stuff
origami. You look
Yeah.
like they're in a
Yeah, yeah.
thousand paper cranes.
Just cutting up
I'm
his
just doing
dinner.
crosswords back here.
Okay, so goblins
Just
gotta
drawing.
move.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's the guy. So the goblins take up their
Nice
arms.
stuff.
There's 3. They all are holding daggers, and they're going after you
Me.
first.
Specifically.
Yeah, just because they know that they can take you because you missed.
Target. Way to
So-
target me.
Low
Yeah.
blow.
Go for the limping gazelle, yeah.
Oh wow, and they miss. They miss. At
Okay.
least one does. Other one misses. Third miss.
Okay.
All right, Hunter, you're in the clear. Now that they've all missed, it's your guys' turns again. So Hunter, you go
Okay.
first.
Let's just get him. That's what I say.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Don't
What do
put
you
any
got?
more
You got
pressure on me.
Warhammer axes?
7. Oh shit, I probably missed again, right?
You did. You
All right,
missed
dude.
again.
Okay, I'm
Hunter,
doing the 2.
Yeah.
I got 2,
do it
right?
again. Wait,
Really
which ones
not.
are you hitting?
I'm going. Oh, wait, which
I mean,
guys?
yeah,
These 2 guys.
Yeah, those 2 guys right
I'll go
there.
for those
That's
2. I'm
beautiful.
leaving this guy on the road.
That's
over
beautiful.
there.
Yeah.
All right, this one's for Barb.
Yeah, look.
Barb.
15. That's a hit. That's a
for you,
hit.
Barb.
One goblin.
So much calling for justice for Barb in the comments,
Yeah.
by the way.
Dude, I bet everybody is just
I
freaking
still
out
have
of
more
it.
to say about Barb. How many?
Okay.
Do you get another roll?
I got
He
one
gets
more.
one more
One
roll.
more roll, and then
He takes out both
I'm
goblins.
really-
Joe is just cleaning up right now.
Wow.
really over this.
Joe is just cleaning up, and right before I toss it back
I'm
into
usually
the
bad
interview,
at this type of game.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
before I throw you back to the interview,
Uh-huh.
the last goblin, scared now that you've killed 4 of his comrades, is just runs away scared. But then he screams off in the distance, and you don't know why.
Oh great.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Okay.
Well, Barb,
Barb.
the big party scene.
The big
Did
party
you
scene.
actually shotgun a beer?
No.
Oh, what?
No.
Way to
Broke my heart.
destroy. Yeah, we're broken.
I
What was
know.
it? That's always like the fun stuff people want to know. Was it just
What
like
was it?
Yeah.
Do you want to really know?
It was seltzer, wasn't
Wait, I'm scared.
It was nothing. There was nothing in
You're
it.
an amazing actor.
The
That's it. Like in yourself.
Yeah.
Well, they had a
Hold
limited
the
number of these
phone.
really cool looking cans. They're like these old, super retro cans that they had. So they had a limited number of them. Actually, the flask that we were using in like this, there's like red flask that I go chug chug chug.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the prop lady said it was the flask that she had worked on True Detective the first season. It's the flask. You know, when McConaughey's sitting on the table and he's like drinking and telling his stories and stuff. He's got a red flask. And I think it's the same one.
Oh,
so
man.
technically, I've kissed the guy. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I freaked out when she said that. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like text my mom or my friends or something.
You are a real actor.
Wow.
You fully convinced all of us that was a real beer.
I thought, you know.
We have a case of beer right under here
it?
for you to
Bro
chug.
cred just
Let's
went
do
way
it.
down.
Let's do it.
What?
His bro cred just went
Yeah.
way down.
Yeah, I know.
Was that a real cigarette? Was it just crushed up Smarties?
The cigarette? I mean, it could have been. No, that was actually a really. So it was like, I don't know, like midnight. You shoot all night, and they're like these, like kind of like honey clove or
They're like
cigarettes.
herbal,
It's like
right?
an herbal thing,
Yeah.
but they taste like trash. And because the scene, I didn't know. I've never really like smoked in a scene. You sit down in the scene, and the scene is me
Yeah.
lighting up a cigarette. So I lit up like
Million.
30 cigarettes or something like in a row and was feeling like, oh my god, by the end of that scene. And you got to do it from like a bunch of different angles.
But you acted through it.
But, yeah.
We had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought you were having the time of your life.
Good. That's good. Good, I guess that's a point, yeah.
Also, so last week we were talking about Jonathan taking the photos in the woods.
Yeah.
Creepy or not?
Well, I don't know. That's kind of like the justification of my character for like the whole first part of being a bully. It's like the fact that he's taking photos. It is creepy. I mean, what if
There's
someone...
no being around the bush.
Yeah, it's a little creepy for sure. I mean, both of our characters kind of do things. I mean, probably I'm a little bit more in the wrong. That are, you know, maybe not the best things, but they do it for. They don't do it for no reason. They do
Right.
it because they think they're doing the right thing.
Right.
So, you know, it's constant like step forward in the right direction and then step back. Like, you know,
Totally.
apologize to Nancy, but then see her with another boy in her room and do a horrible thing.
But
you know,
you have like Steve has like a really awesome redemption arc. Even though I mean you're partly to blame for Barb's downfall, which
sure, yeah.
rip Barb, justice for
Could've
Barb.
went home.
Sorry about
What?
She could have went home.
That's honestly
Could've
what
went
I
on.
said, and then we got into a whole fight
She
because
decided to sit on that pool.
she was
diving
being a
board, I
good
guess.
friend.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Ah,
That's very
that's
true.
true.
Wicked. So Steve's MO for that whole night, we were also talking about it. Was it strictly to get it in with Nancy? You think?
Well, I think that's like a big part of the first. He's totally interested in this girl. He's like ready to get it on. He's like a 17-year-old horn dog, totally. But at the end of the day, I think he also like really actually cares about her.
I agree.
And doesn't like he's had these relationships with these other girls, I think, that are just kind of like a surface thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, she's totally different. She's a lot smarter, and I think like brings out a little bit more of a sensitive side on him. So I think that's really attractive to him.
Yeah.
You know.
And when you were reading through this, were you picking up like Steve's redemption, the redemption of Steve, or did that come like organically? Was that planned from the beginning?
Well, we only got the first 6 to begin with.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't think that was. It was kind of not really a part of it, but then as it went on, and I think once we like had filmed the first 3 episodes, and me and the brothers had kind of talked about like not me treating him necessarily as just the total antagonist, just the bully, and kind of sort of justifying what he's doing. It kind of like came about naturally that there's this like sort of he's kind of like a good guy, but he is in this bad situation, and he kind of makes the wrong choice sometimes. I think that's more interesting because people do that. I don't know. People aren't perfect, and people aren't also evil. Like, when was the last time you met someone that is just all about being an evil guy that people hate? You know what I mean?
Shotgunning beers.
Shotgunning.
Trying to make the nerdy girl chug.
Yeah.
No, Steve's like a real character. Like, we were talking about it. At some point, I feel like we all knew someone like Steve, but then it brings up the point, Steve is totally this 80s trope of a guy.
Totally.
Do Steves still exist?
I think so. That's kind of how I felt. Like, when I read it, I was like, in the original script, he was like a little bit more like a Biff, like a bully sort of guy. But I knew people that were kind of similar to that. So, like just doing the tape, I remember being like, okay, I taped it with my friend, like in our living room, and I was just like talking to him about being like, oh yeah, I think blah blah blah. I think you should be kind of like this and this, and then gave it a try and sent it in, and then I think they kind of just got from the first initial tape kind of what my angle was for him, and I mean, luckily they chose me. Thank you guys.
And we are so glad they did. So
you.
what did your portrayal of Steve morph throughout the series?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Did you scrap certain Steves?
Sure, thanks to the Duffer Brothers. Really, they wrote this really cool arc. They kind of saw what I was doing and then kind of adopted the storyline to what I was doing, which is just a huge honor. You know what I mean? These guys who are, kind of the creators of such an interesting and cool amalgamation of all these great things that I love and grew up with. That they would do that for me, that's like the best. That's really great. Yeah.
Before we dive back into our game, you guys we're still taking all of your questions. If you have any questions for Joe about season 1 of Stranger Things, season 2 of Stranger Things, Barb and Steve's relationship maybe behind the camera, if there was something going on, let us know. Before we jump back into the game, maybe some drama, I don't know. Can you give us your hello ladies?
Oh, goodness.
I know that's putting you on the spot, but I'm not sorry.
Sure. It's like, I was kind of like a nervous smile almost. I went, hello, ladies. When we did that, I was so nervous.
I feel like I'm
because it was like
again.
this. It was like this shot. I mean, they had this like this door, and they were standing there. There's this like big tracking shot. So like the camera goes in. I like open the door and see this camera like zoom up to my face, like hello, ladies. Like
So cool.
it was kind of crazy. Yeah.
Did you listen to Trooper to prepare for that shot, for that moment?
I did not. I didn't know what was going to be there. I should have. It's like the same thing with when Africa's playing. I didn't like know. I think after the fact they had said, "Oh, we have Toto Africa playing," and I remember being like, "Okay, I know what's going to be going down there." Okay.
Is there a more perfect song for that scene? I don't think so.
No.
I watched it. I hadn't heard it before. Went to Spotify.
What is this?
I was like. Africa, take along, get me to you.
Doesn't Jay-Z, he like samples that song, right?
Does he?
Does he?
I'm pretty
No.
sure.
I'm sure
Got
someone
no
has
beat.
sampled.
I don't know.
Multiple people have sampled Toto. At this
We'll find
point.
it.
We'll
Yeah,
do a
Toto.
deep investigative
Toto
journalism
appreciation.
dive after this.
Yeah, well, you guys got to get Toto on this.
We're
Okay,
gonna-
I got a question for you.
yeah.
Okay, what's the
Emily
question?
Clark wants to know, do you think the moon landing was just a prank?
Man, that's a really
Shit, I
good
told it-
question. I don't know if we.
I told you we weren't gonna bring out the hard hitters. I'm
well,
sorry.
you know, I'm gonna have to attack this one. I think that it was real. I'd like to hope.
Oh.
You know.
Stanley Cooper.
I'd like to
going
hope.
over in his grave right now.
Ooh,
I know.
Who
It's
is
crazy
that?
because Matthew Modine worked on that Full Metal Jacket with him. So I should have asked Modine. Huh?
Did you walk away from that shoot without one Kubrick story?
I didn't like shoot a lot of scenes. I wasn't
Yeah.
on like set a lot of the days that he was on set, but I got to talk to him. I talked to him mostly about like where he trained in the city and like the people that he worked with. And he's like a legend, you know, like Birdie. That's such a great movie. So just being able to talk with him and share some time. I was like freaking out the whole time. You guys gotta understand. Like when I showed up at the Reed and like when Ryder was there, I was like,
What?
I've seen Little Women like an embarrassing amount of times. This is like crazy, you know.
So this was your first big on-screen gig, correct?
Yeah, I did like little bit parts on like TV shows that I filmed in Chicago, like Chicago Fire and Empire and stuff. Just teeny little things.
Oh, you're on Empire.
Yeah, mostly
Wait.
just embarrassing stuff of me just being. I was like a bad rapper on that. So.
Wait,
Great.
Don't worry, it's like floating around.
we
People
gotta
will
find it.
People will
We'll find it. Another deep
It's,
dive.
It's really good. The take of me on that is actually me literally messing up. I'm supposed to be like a bad rapper, and they gave me the thing, and it's on a music stand. I'm rapping, and then you can just say I'm blushing, I'm getting it wrong, I'm looking like an idiot.
I got you.
And they kept that tape.
Enjoy that. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're definitely gonna look that up.
Yeah, totally.
So, but this has been kind of your big break.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
imagine it's been psycho.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's like weird to have people like recognize you.
And like, are your friends binging it? And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I was all my friends in Chicago. They're like the best. They're the sweetest. They set up like a projector. I wasn't there, but they like all went to the same house and like watched a bunch of the episodes and were like texting me and stuff. And they're great. They're so awesome. So yeah, I mean, and then my family as well. They were watching it, and it's been cool. All my friends have been really cool about it, and they like the show, which is great. That's all I could have really asked for.
Everyone loves the show. It's so good. If you haven't watched it, I don't know why you're watching this, but go watch Stranger Things. But thank you for watching this. Where did we leave off, Andrew?
Oh, right. Okay, so if you're just rejoining us for the Dungeons and Dragons thing that's happening going on
All right,
here.
let's do it.
Joe killed 4 goblins by himself.
Meanwhile,
luck of the
Hunter
right.
swung at them.
Like-
Yeah.
well, I'm just like.
I'm sorry. No, but that's just what happened. I have to recount
No, it's
exactly how it happened.
I get what you're saying. No,
So,
it's okay.
4 out of the 5 goblins died. The 5th goblin got a little scared, ran away, and screamed out into the distance. And all of a sudden, you just kind of hear just a shaking in the tree line.
Oh crap! This is
you
like the
hear, like,
beginning of the
You,
show.
like,
right
what
now.
does a goblin sound like? Method. acting.
Like
I need to hear it.
That's fantastic. That's
what he did.
fantastic.
That's what he
Sort
did.
of like a
All
little-
right.
By the way, there was no beer in the can that he shotgunned. Did you know that?
yeah. did you
Guys,
know
if
that?
you're just tuning in, we're here with Joe,
Breaking news.
who's
Breaking
from
news.
Stranger Things. You might have seen
I don't know if I was
him
allowed to reveal that. but it's
shotgun a
happening.
beer. Wasn't a beer. He was acting.
Yeah, it's
So,
just doing.
and now
just
we're.
doing acting.
I'm acting like I know what's going on for this.
That's great.
What's happening?
Okay, so Joe did a great impression of a goblin. The goblin screamed into the distance. You hear a rustling in the tree line. You hear kind of like a boom.
Oh no! It's like the beginning of the show, right?
Almost,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
Damn, I didn't even plan that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Y'all sit down.
Boom. Out of nowhere, with a bone that you
Oh, shit, I can
recognize
see it.
as a sheep's bone. How you know that? You grew up in the town where all the sheep
We
were.
know- we know wolf.
Farmers.
In his mouth is a giant. It's a hill giant.
Holy. moly. You mind if I
Cousin
look
of
at
the
this?
mountain
yeah, you
giant.
can totally look at that.
Dude, this guy looks like Grop, but more evil,
Uh-huh.
like from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter?
Shout out to Harry
Oh,
Potter.
of course.
Yeah.
Everybody in this office loves Harry
Oh yeah, me too.
Potter.
He's got a little bag. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold on, I didn't know you liked Harry Potter. If
Yeah.
Steve was in Harry Potter, which house would it be in?
That's a great
Oh, that's a great question. I think he might be in Hufflepuff, maybe.
I see Hufflepuff,
But
or
Gryffindor, maybe.
I read a douchey Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like who's the dude? Oh, I can't remember the character's name.
Mm-hmm.
Not Cedric. Harry
Not
Potter.
Cedric.
Michael.
Mike.
Michael. What's his name?
Michael.
Corner.
Michael.
Corner.
Michael.
Maybe that'd be him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michael.
He wouldn't be.
Michael?
He wouldn't be Ravenclaw.
Michael.
I don't think he would be Slytherin.
No, I think
No,
he's
not
like
so
two.
good.
No.
He's not like
He's not like
a
He's
sly.
He's not truly
yeah.
mean. He's
yeah.
just kind of like.
Yeah. I think Gryffindor maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I see
maybe
douchey
Hufflepuff.
I see
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Okay, carrying on. We have a hill giant.
Sorry,
Looks
yes.
like
Oh
Rob.
yeah,
Okay.
by the way, so yeah, this hill giant comes out of the woods, out of
I'm
the tree
sweating.
line. He's got a sheep's bone in his mouth. You peg him as the reason why your town's economy is going to shit.
Let's get him.
With
He's-
the top 1% of the hill giants getting all the sheep.
He comes in here, he takes your sheep. What are you gonna do about it?
Let's get him. I kind of want to do a different. Is it my turn, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
So I kind of want to use like
Miss
a
everything.
different thing. I mean, I could like strike twice. How many hits does it take to bring this guy
He's
down?
big, so it's definitely not gonna be a goblin situation. He's gonna be taking a couple of.
What can I do with a flagon of mead and a water skin?
I mean, those are just kind
Flagon
of
of
there,
mead?
man.
Okay, I choose to drink my flagon of mead.
That's perfect.
To start.
All right, I'm gonna roll a number back here.
Yeah, it's just. I
Big?
think you can actually see it.
What's
My
it
buddy
Okay.
Ian says Cormac McLagan.
Cormac.
That dude, the goalie guy, the like the
Fact
Ron
check.
Weasley
Cormac McLagan.
guy.
This
Yeah,
is
wasn't that guy who was like, hey,
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Ian wrote it in capital letters.
Thank you, Ian.
Thanks,
Twice.
Ian.
Point for your house.
So you drink your flagon of mead and you're
Drink
a little
it.
tipsy. You're
Okay,
a little
I think
nice.
maybe that would help because if I was
Flagon
facing
of
this bad boy,
mead.
I would be
Okay.
very scared. And then I'm gonna throw. No, I'm gonna swing my great axe.
Do it. Swing your great axe.
Come on.
Ooh, that's a 13. Let me
Is
check.
that kind of good?
You just make it. Okay, so
Okay.
now I'm gonna roll because for the other goblins, the goblins once they get hit, they get killed. This guy, he's got some health.
Yeah,
So
he's got
I'm
good
gonna
health.
roll how much damage you do. Wow, you do a 9 damage. A nice 9 damage. Sorry,
Okay.
everybody.
Nice 9.
A
what
nice
does that mean?
9. So basically, you take your sword, you kind of just a little
Grazing?
tipsy. You kind of do this uppercut motion. You hit him right up on the bottom of the chin.
Ow.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's visibly pissed. He didn't
Well,
expect.
sorry.
He didn't expect that so fast.
Sorry
so he just
about
kind of and he
Yeah.
takes up his club, and now he swings back at you. I'm gonna do his turn real
Oh, I'm
quick.
toast, man. If that nail hits me in the head.
Oh, that's a hit.
Uh-oh.
That's a hit, guys.
I'm about
All
to
right,
die.
hold
Good
on.
luck.
Hold on.
I'm like getting nervous.
Oh, he only does 2 damage to you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so basically same kind of scenario. The club goes
Really
down,
hyped it up there.
and then just right here, the club just kind of hits just like the corner of your head, just a little bit. And
So
then
you use just like a
you're good.
little bit of the.
Just the hair.
That's
You're
why.
good. But now he's mad. Not only did you hit him on the chin,
Okay.
but then he tried to hit you and didn't really do
So
anything
he's
to you.
ticked off.
Yeah, so now he's kind of in this position, which makes him really an opportunity for Hunter to go and do some damage.
Okay,
I
good
want
luck.
you to roll.
Come on,
Now,
get him.
keep in
Get
mind,
him.
you can cast your Sacred Flame spell. I don't know if you want to do
Oh,
that.
Sacred Flame.
That sounds kind of fun.
Isn't that a Bengals song?
Eternal flame.
we. A 20.
Natural 20. That's a critical hit, dude. That's a critical hit.
Wow.
That's like a big
See,
deal.
I was saving up for
That's a
that
big
the whole
deal.
time.
Comes
So.
through.
If we had the kids from Stranger Things in here, they'd all flip their shit.
They would.
Yeah.
Well, they'd.
freak, dude. Those
the
kids
would
are
win
so
the
awesome.
show. In the context of the show, a 20 is ridiculous. I'm gonna.
Did you have any scenes with them?
The only thing I had was with Mike Finn.
Yeah.
It was me climbing up on that roof.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and him going like, dude, what are you doing?
He's
Yeah.
like, were you actually climbing a roof?
Yeah, I was climbing this roof.
Okay, so you didn't have to fake that.
Didn't have to fake that. No.
Our souls are crushed.
I mean,
Guys,
really.
I'm sorry.
Hearts are broken.
Don't worry.
Everything I thought I knew.
If you guys have I can just shotgun one of these. Oh yeah, you could.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. It's probably
Yeah,
a
that's
bad
good.
idea.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. By all means, please.
By the way, your flame emanates out of your hands and envelops the hill giant right in the torso area. So you hit him for 12 damage, dude.
How many does he have? Is it a mystery?
Yeah, it's a mystery. But he's got a lot. But enough that you could wear him down in the next turn or two.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Well,
So he's just kind of, he's got his loincloth on fire. You're really messing him up. He's trying to swing his club at you guys, and I'll roll that after the next round of questions.
This is great. I love this game. It's
if we
really
were playing
fun.
on like a bigger
I
scale.
imagine also with like a lot of people, and if like the map is like really intricate and cool, I imagine it's like a lot of
If
fun.
you look online, there's like a whole, like people spend thousands and thousands of dollars like just recreating like big like countryside and stuff.
Really?
It's crazy, yeah.
And
like,
do it for, I mean, like 10 hours. I mean, they're doing it in the show for
yeah,
10 hours.
Yeah.
I imagine it takes, I mean, if we've only done
We've
just a little bit of, you know.
Only killed a few goblins.
We've only killed a
Only
few.
because of you.
Hey, luck of the roll, I guess.
Luck of the roll. So as we are coming to a close, we're about to take down this
Hill giant.
hill giant. Favorite scene to shoot from Stranger Things?
Favorite scene to shoot.
Let's really hit it home with these questions.
Sure, probably the stuff at the end. Just being able to hang out with Charlie and Natalia all day and be in this really beautiful house that was like unbelievably decorated. The site decoration was unbelievable and like perfect. And all those lights and the room is totally destroyed and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then that was just a really fun day, and it was really long, and it was, yeah, I think it was actually one of my last days. It was probably one of the last two. So it was also a really good way to end shooting the series.
So how many days were you shooting total?
Oh, I don't know. It's a really big ensemble show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, ballpark, I don't know. Total days, maybe 30 to 35, but spaced out over all these times. And it'll change
Right.
day to day and stuff. But yeah, that was a really fun day. That was a really cool day. Also, the fight scene was a pretty fun day.
That was my next question.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun one.
Like, walk us logistically through that. What was that shooting that like?
It was kind of like, it's like the same as like doing like a makeout scene. You just kind of like block it all out, and then yeah, it's like you go through the moves, but it's fun to like actually get into it.
Yeah.
And,
With your baseball bat.
with the baseball bat, and just fighting and punching each other. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you accidentally like land a hit? Or did
Charlie
you-
got me
Did
twice. Yeah, he got me. I think he actually broke my nose. I never went to the doctor, but I think I have a bump on this side. I think it's like the underneath of my nose is a little bit. You probably maybe can see. I don't quite know.
That Byers kid, man.
He got me,
He
man.
got you.
He got me good.
We're question,
here's
Calvin?
a question from Mike Calabro.
Sure.
If you had a Sophie's choice, one all the kids to the Demigorgon, which one would you choose to survive?
Jesus.
Shit.
These are real questions.
Non-sacrifice?
Yeah, what kid would you
Okay.
allow to live?
She's just got dark.
I'd say Will, because he's already been through so much stuff, man. You know what I mean? He's had like a hard. Except that could be a bad move because who knows what's going on with that guy now?
Oh.
You know?
Like,
After he's throwing up all these slugs and stuff.
Throwing up slags. We've all
That's
been
not a
there,
good
though.
sign. What if I keep him alive?
Spreading
And
the disease
what if he
now.
just spread? What if I get it then?
Exactly.
Maybe that's a bad choice. Maybe I should keep Dustin because of the he's just the best guy to have around. Very funny,
so funny.
and who'd supply a lot of snacks and stuff. I don't know.
Chocolate pudding,
Each
yeah.
kid would have totally their own benefits of keeping him around. But man, that's so sad.
Dustin's teeth come in.
And then you're just gonna save the kid who wasn't even around that much? You don't even know him.
Dude, yeah. Wow.
I know,
Your
you're
moral compass is like it's.
he's laying them on you.
Yes.
Then the gate is
Gee.
Speechless.
Speechless. I don't know. Stumped me. That was the one. That was the one that got me.
Knocked you out with a critical hit. Damn. So yeah, did I just hear Will could give you the disease?
I don't know.
Is that
I
a
just-
spoiler for
doesn't
season
that
two?
doesn't that seem like something that could happen?
It kind of
You know what I
does
mean?
seem like
He's
it might
just
be
like the
contagious.
end thing is he throws up this thing. I don't know. Are there more in his belly? I don't really know. I'm
What
just
do
kind of
you
asking.
think it is?
I don't know. I think maybe that because you saw Barb had that little slug coming out of her
And
mouth.
that was like nasty as hell.
That was nasty. And like I feel like he was on the road to having that happen to him. But he's
And-
good and he's back. But I don't know.
I don't know
Is
either.
does he have the whatever it is? I don't know. There's
Yeah.
a lot that hasn't been explained that I'm looking forward to.
We're
learning
all looking
about.
forward to it.
Yes.
Because yeah, when he was found in the upside down version of City Hall or the library,
Right.
he had that tentacle down his throat.
Wasn't that so gross?
It was really. It was I was like,
Yeah,
this
it was
is sick.
disgusting.
And
It was
also
great.
everything in Upside Down looks like it's covered in that mold, when
Yeah.
it gets on bread and it's fluffy looking.
Yeah.
It's that.
A lot of that was practical. They really made this
Really?
the outside of this
It was like
library.
lines.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like a combination between CGI and that, but they made it.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. It was practical. All these practical
There's
effects.
like that line in the show too, where the teacher's like, "You know how they made that?"
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
thing.
and that's
Yes,
cool.
yes, totally.
That's super cool.
Totally.
They made all that shit and you couldn't shotgun one beer.
I know. You think they'd let me? I said, "Is there any way we can get beer into this can?" And they said, "No.
Joe, sorry, no.
Sorry, no."
All right, you guys. Last round for questions. Drop them down below as we are taking down
This hill giant.
Give me a good one. I'm ready.
this hill giant.
Sophie's choice one was a real. Woo!
Yeah.
Heavy.
Really reveal your
I'm
true
gonna be
colors
thinking
there.
about that one all night, just being sad. Like, oh.
You're gonna go to Instagram more now with those kids, 'cause making the world know you chose Will.
I think all those other kids, I think they'd choose Will too. Hopefully. You
We
know.
all love Will.
You know.
He's great.
Okay.
Okay, so last thing that happened, Joe kind of uppercut this giant,
Okay.
sword up into the chin. Giant was pissed, tried to hit Joe back, but unfortunately just scraped him with his club. Then Hunter used his sacred flame spell at his net, as he is a cleric, lit him up. His loincloth's on fire, so he's just trying.
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, frankly embarrassing.
hate
Thank
that.
God there's
Yeah.
nobody in the
Yeah.
grasslands to really watch him, except this one goblin.
Yeah.
Who he's got some stories
He's
to tell.
like,
He's like,
oh my
mortified.
god, he's
Yeah.
naked.
this is the biggest dude I know, and he's having a big time.
Yeah.
So for both of you, right now he's just
All
trying
right.
to swing across the board because you
Okay.
two are propped up like that. So I'm just gonna roll, see if he does anything.
Okay.
Oh, he hits. He hits, guys. He hits. So real quick, let's see how much damage. Does 9 damage to both of you. So I've got your HP here. You guys are both at. You both have 20 HP.
Alright.
So you both are at 11. So you're fine. But that is kind of a
Well, that's
blow.
like-
That's like a
that
severe
sucks.
blow.
Yeah. So both of you just kind of fall
They're
back.
gonna be at the hospital.
Sucks.
He's now trying to manage patting out his loincloth. So now it's Joe's turn.
Can I stand up?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna lay off the mead for this turn because I think honestly that it's a hindrance more than a help.
Uh-huh.
I tried to just compensate for the fact that I didn't chop on the beer. I was just trying
That's
to impress
okay.
you
We
guys,
get
you
it.
know,
We get it.
also.
We get
There's
it.
nothing
All right,
to
cool.
fight.
I'm gonna do my 2 attacks this turn.
Cool.
Let's ride.
Do it.
Let's do it. See you later.
Oh, a one.
Dude, that's the worst. Okay, well, not my best.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural.
Completely redeemed.
So
Very
high
thematic.
level.
Very thematic. All right, I'm gonna roll the damage for the 20. I have
Let's
to
do
add
it.
a little bit more damage because it's a natural 20. So after missing one,
Do one
you
miss.
just like I gotta rep the team.
Rep the
I
team.
gotta rep my town. We need our wool back.
I need a wool.
So you take your great axe and you just kind of just drive it right into his chest.
Right on home.
Max damage. You kill him.
Oh!
You kill him.
We killed the giant!
You killed the
Yay.
giant. Wow, that was crazy.
Hey,
You rolled the best.
adios.
Nice, nice.
See you later.
Send him down, just
That
kind of
was
with like
real.
We well.
yeah, we
We,
just
turn
Turn
over
him to the side.
maybe do that. So with just the strict, just all your might, you just kind of drive the axe right into his chest, and it just kind of
I'm
gets
gonna
stuck
stand
there, and just like in Lord of the Rings,
Oh, great.
You know that
I
sound?
love
we
it,
all
yeah.
know that sound, the mountain troll sound.
Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah.
And then he just kind of falls back,
He
boom,
dies.
the sheep bone falls out of his mouth, and you
That's
just kind of look
right.
at each other, and you're just like,
We did it.
We did
we
it.
did it.
I feel really good.
We did it, you guys. We had an interview and we destroyed everything.
And we
on Dungeons
successfully
and Dragons.
won our first
Yeah.
game.
Our
yeah.
first game of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
Yeah, that was
I feel good.
it's pretty impressive, honestly.
Thanks.
I've never seen so many 20s rolled in the same scale.
Thank
Me
you, thank
neither.
you.
I wouldn't even thought that. I
Any
could.
final questions, you guys?
Sure.
Yeah, this is like the most appropriate last question.
Cool.
Bridget Fayor, I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing your name.
Sorry,
She wants to
Bridge.
know, have you got any other acting projects you're working on? Like, where are we going to see you next?
Sure, I got something kind of in the works. I actually don't think I'm allowed to talk about it, but it's just like a tiny little part in a movie that's filming in Chicago, so it'll be around at some point. I imagine I'll
You
be able
heard
to
it
post about it. and
first.
stuff. Yeah.
It'll be around.
It'll be around.
I got one more.
Okay.
I
Good.
can answer that. Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Star Wars.
Nice.
Favorite movie for sure. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. is my favorite.
Nice.
Last question.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
And, sorry, because now that you said Star Wars,
Yeah, I love
and
Star Wars.
you're the bro on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Do you think if Stranger Things came out 9 months ago, you would have been more in the running for Han Solo?
Oh man, that would be so.
Why don't you torture him? Having to think about
Hey,
that.
listen, I got Sophie's Choice
That's
question.
hilarious.
So,
I auditioned-
like,
I, like-
would call up the Duffers right now and
Say,
be like, yo,
listen.
why
my
wasn't
guys.
this out 9 months ago when they were casting Han Solo?
I
We
mean,
have a
me
lot
and
of
all my friends, like I was sleeping on their couch in LA. I think everybody and their brother went out for that role. So I think I sent the tape in for that, but you know,
Yeah, you need that
I was also so nervous because, dude, like Han Solo is like one of my favorite characters. I don't think I could even,
talk after.
you know what I mean? He's like a treasure to my heart. So
Yeah.
Great character.
So we have some serious broing out to do after this, but
Definitely.
thank you, Joe, so much for
hey,
being
thanks for
here.
having me and playing the game.
Well, thanks
and
for like
hanging
pulling
out.
your weight
Great.
because I
Yeah.
like missed everything.
It's totally fine. It's all
Thank
love.
you guys so much for all your questions, all your comments, and tuning in. Until next time, please live subscribe. Again, I'm Hunter. This is Andrew. and Joe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Adios. See you later.